I'm going to be making these 3 pumpkins today in this video. And I'll leave the link down below for it. It's by Chestnut Junction. And what I'm going to use, she has all the instructions and everything, but what I'm going to use on this one, I'm going to just do this muslin because I am going to paint this one. And then the other one, I've already done one. I traced around it and sewed it up. This is coffee dyed muslin. And then the other one, I'm going to use this tobacco cloth with. So what I'll do is just get my pen and I'll trace around this. And then I'll take it to the sewing machine and I'll start right here and I'll sew all the way around to there and leave that open so that I can, you know, we can fill it with the fiber fill. But I'm going to get these 2 traced off. And I'm going to take them to my sewing machine and just sew around the lines, and I'll be back. All right, I have both of these traced off. The material is doubled. Now just take them to the sewing machine and follow the lines all the way around and leave it open here to be able to stuff it. Well, I have them both sewn up, and I remembered to leave an opening. And now I'm just going to go around them, cut them out, and then I'm going to turn them inside out. And then from there, I'm going to stuff them with polyfill. Well, I have these 2 stuffed and sewn up at the bottom, and I'm working on the last one. I think I'm going to have to go get me some more stuffing because it took a whole big, this gallon bag here, I think, no, it's over a gallon. It was stuffed full. And that's all I have left. So I'll definitely have to go get some more. But I'm going to finish this up and then see what I'm going to do with the faces. How I'm going to do them. Now I have all 3 of them stuffed. And I'm going to leave this one, this color. So I'll set that aside. And then on these, I think I'm going to do black on one, and then this Folk Art Pueblo color on the other. I've just got to figure out which is which. I think I'm going to go the black on this one. So I'm going to start out painting it black. And I know I'm going to have to wet my material down. Good, so it won't be hard to spread. I was going to leave this one plain because I had coffee dyed the material, but I've changed my mind since the other one I went with that material, and it's along the same color. See, I'll spray that, and that makes it so much easier to spread. So I'm going to do this side, let it dry a bit, and then turn it over and do the back side. I got to make sure I get into all the crevices on the side, also the seam, or you'll have bare spots. All right, I have the front side of the black one covered, and now that's thick. I'm going to use this Folk Art Pueblo. Of course, I will spray my pumpkin. I'm kind of interested in seeing what it looks like on here. Ooh, my fingers are black and it's getting on that. All right, now let's see. I should have used this one for the black one. That's a pretty color for a pumpkin. I'm going to finish covering this one, let the front of it dry, and turn it over and do the same thing. Now, I am going to attempt to do the eyes and the mouth and the nose. And hers is a little different on the nose shape. It's just a rectangle. I made mine a little narrow at the top. And I'm looking, And hers looks like maybe some Onsberg. Is that how you say that? For the noses. But mine's not going to be just like hers, so. You know, was you supposed to leave a spot for the top for a stem? Because she only had that. Maybe you just glue one on. I don't know. Well, we'll finish this up. And I'll do this one, maybe. And I'm going to use some crochet thread on a long needle. And boy, do I have my thread really long. Probably a yard long or more. Okay. My eyes are on there just a little bit different, but that is okay. I'm going to go up through here. And this, I don't have to follow exactly because it's just on with a friction pin. Let's see, where is her pat? Oh, that's it. Probably go 4. I'll just kind of pull that down, hang on to it. Do not want my thread to get tangled. Just 1. I shouldn't have came all the way out. What was I thinking? I wasn't. But we'll just go back in. Over just a little bit. I don't want to go over. I'm going to make it, whoops, went too far. Gotta keep stabbing till you get it where you want it. Now on this one, I'm going to have to twirl my thread. Okay. I'll move my nose. Now, this is what I should have done. Well. Oops. You know, I've only done eyes and stuff on these one time. What'd I do? Put it back up through there. Watch me, I'll just keep tangling it. Okay, where was it I needed to go? Okay, this needs to come back out there. This back up underneath there. That should be untangled. Okay. Nope, I need to come back over here on this side. Okay, there's one. Now I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to have to come back up through. I want to do 4 of them. I'll only do this one eye, and then I'll do the other one off camera because you don't need to suffer watching me do this. But I'm sure you want to see one time of it being done, even if I'm doing it wrong. Okay, I think that's okay. The more you do these things, the better you get. But it's not like I'll probably be doing a whole lot of them. Okay, that is 3, and I'll go back through here, which will make that 4, and then I want to come back over here, right there. And then I'll come back over here. So right there. I think I'm only going to do 3 across. Well, let's see. Would that be, no, that'd be 4. I'd finish that one. No, I only want to do 3 across, so I don't want to come back up. So I want to go over here and start my eye. I'm going to bring it in just a bit. About right there. Okay, that's good enough. Now I'll start this one. But y'all don't have to watch me do this one, because I'll start here and just start making the crosses and then pull them back down. Now I have the last stitch. I'm on the last stitch of the nose. So I want to start on, or the eye, and I want to start on the nose. So I think I'm going to go turn it and go just about like that right there. Okay, and that finished my eye. I want to keep this straight or whatever. Of course, it's primitive. It doesn't have to be. I think about right there. I want it to be easier if I pinned that so it wouldn't go out of place, just at least for a couple of stitches. Okay, I'm gonna go about right here. Over just a little bit. It'll be about like that. Oh, I was supposed to come back right here and go up. See? That's okay. We'll fix it. It's just the worst part about it is threading this thread through the needle. And I'll be back because I'm going to use my needle threader. Now, let's see if I can concentrate and do it the way I'm supposed to be doing it. Now right here, and then bring it up down here. Over just a little bit, or I'll be here all day making stitches. There. Well, that's still not as far as I want it. That'll be okay right there. Okay, I'm going to finish just going around the nose all the way around with this stitch, remembering to come back in here and come out there. And I'll come back and show it to you when it's finished. All right, this is how far I've gotten. I did have to put some more string or crochet thread on because I ran out. And instead of trying to maneuver back down in here, I'm just going to come out the back side again. I'll cut these off once I'm finished. But I do want to cut this one off because I'm going to go back down to the mouth now. Oh, what am I going to do with the mouth? And she said to use a piece of jute. Huh. I wasn't thinking about that. I already had it ready. Okay, I'm going to get me some jute. I'll be right back. All right, that nose moved a little easier, well, quite a bit easier once I could hold it, you know, to me and really look, because I was holding it out here. It's much easier when you're just doing it by yourself. Now, she said to use the jute, and my jute's curling, so I am going to hot glue mine down. Not all the way. Let's see where I want it. Okay, I'm just going to put a dab here. I really didn't want that much, but that is what it is. I'll let that cool. And a little dab right there, just to hold that in place while I'm stitching. Okay, I have that down where I want it. I'm going to turn my hot glue gun off. And on the eyes, she did use, I think, going across an ivory thread and then the black going down. I just used the black. If you read the instructions, you can do it her way. I have a thing for not reading instructions. Well, it's not that I'm doing it on purpose, it's just I look at it and think, oh, I can do that. So we will start making the stitches, and I'm feeding it up through the back. I think start over just a little bit, about right there. Of course, she says to knot off, come through the back and knot off. And go there, and then we'll just start this again. These marks here won't be there because I'll take them off right fast. They might confuse me. There, they're gone. Okay, about right there. And I'm just going to come back down. And then come up where I want the stitch. And I'll continue that all the way across. All right, I've went all the way across and I'm on the last stitch. I'm going to just come up through here. And pull my thread out. And then I always, on these kind of things, just clip my threads. Okay, so I went out and cut me some stems, and now I have to see which one I want to use. This one probably all right since it's skinny. And she says to cut a slit. Let me get my little scissors. And turn my glue gun back on. I cut a slit back here about right there, which is behind the seam. Making sure I kind of have it centered. And then you're supposed to stick it way down in there, but you can only stick it so far because of the... I may need to go cut that down. Do I have a shorter one? Let's see. A little long, and I'll go cut that. That's better. And then I'll hot glue that in there. And then she says to take a needle and thread and run it around. Just do a running stitch around. Pull it, tie it off. to close that up there. I'm going to say I can see why she done the cross threads in a ivory, because when you have these running down this way, it makes it look more like a pupil. But this is okay. It's fine. It's primitive. It is what it is. Ugly little thing, isn't it? Okay, I'm just going to hot glue this down in there. A little bit on there. Bring this up. And now I'm going to take my needle and thread. I'll start back here. And I put the knot where it'll be, went in here where the knot will be on the underneath. And I'll just do a running stitch like she said. And then pull it. I'm gonna kind of squish it in. I'm gonna pull it, keep it tight, and knot it off. There, that is good. Now, I don't know what else I'll do to it, but right now I'm going to go outside, and I'm sure those other two are dry by now, because it is hot, hot out there. And I'm going to bring them in and start working on them. All right, these are dry, and I'm just sanding them down. I'm just going to go this way and then go back the other way. And I'm going to try putting the coffee podge, or not podge, just the coffee mixture, coffee and water, instant coffee. I don't have any cinnamon in that. I just mixed it up, so I'm just going to use the instant coffee and water. I've got all the rest of them done, sanded. Okay. Wipe that off some. Need to get around the top. And the sides. Now, brush. I got a brush. There it is. And here goes the coffee. And then I'm going to set it back outside again to dry. And I think on the nose on this one, I've got some material. I'm going to paint it black. And then I'm going to use some flannel on the black one for a nose. That's what I think so far. Well, I finished all these here. And after the first one and learning what to do, it was relaxing and fun just to do all this stitching. I enjoyed it. And on these, I went ahead and did the white in there, as you can see on both of those, and just finished them up. And then I tied just some of this green material. It's the same. It's the this material is the same as this, the tobacco cloth, and I had some that was dyed green, so I put those up there. And all I did was take like a 9-inch. It's probably an inch, quarter inch, something. Whatever you want, and just start here in the middle, go over to the side, and then kind of go off that way just a little bit. Do the same. I'll start up here. See, I've got a little bit, and I'm going to work to the middle, and then back down through the middle of that. And then I'll just tie it on my pumpkin. And I'm not sure, I didn't think, these are growing on me, I think. They did turn out really cute, and they wasn't hard to do. And I think I'm going to put these on my Buy Me a Coffee, the set. There, that's all I done is just put one, in case somebody, if they don't want it on there, they can take it off. It's not double tied. But aren't those cute? Or as cute as ugly can be. Oh, I think they're cute.